How should you treat your wife according to the Bible or according to the Quran? Let's watch.
Do you have a reason to trust Muhammad if he doesn't have miracles?
I would tell you why I trust Muhammad as a prophet. First reason, he's teaching, very good, teaching how to treat your wives.
I actually don't think Muhammad gave very good instructions in the Quran about how we should interact with our wives. Because do you think it's ever okay for a person to strike their wife or hit their wife?
No.
No. It's always wrong, right? That would be wrong.
Of course it's wrong. Yeah.
Right. And if the Quran said that you should strike your wife, would you say, yeah, I'm not going to follow that? That must be wrong.
Yeah.
All right, I'm glad you say that. Because interestingly, that's actually what the Quran does say. Surah 4, verse 34, it says, "But those wives from whom you fear arrogance, first advise them, then if they persist, forsake them in bed, and finally strike them."
Did you understand exactly what it's meaning here?
Yes, I do understand. It's pretty self-explanatory here.
You see only this, but you didn't see read the surah of women in the Quran.
I have read the entire Quran, but sir, I just quoted the Quran to you. This is what the Quran says. You agree that if the Quran ever said this, that you'd be like, no, I wouldn't believe that because that's reprehensible. And yet your Quran says this.
You didn't actually understand this surah that you mentioned. You just think strike them, it doesn't mean strike them and hit them. No.
What else would it mean? What else would it mean? If strike them doesn't mean striking them, what does it mean?
Strike them. So what kind of a strike is that you think? You think strike them like you know?
Any striking against a woman is evil. Violence against women is always wrong. Always. I would say the Bible gives better instructions than what it says here. Colossians 3, verse 19, it says, "Husbands, love your wives and do not be harsh with them." That is a far better instruction than if your wife is being disobedient, then eventually you can strike her.
Like I have a wife, right? I'm a Muslim. I'm following the construction of Islam and Quran and hadiths and everything, right?
This is a hadith, an authentic hadith, Sunan Abu Dawud 2146. It says, Muhammad said, "Do not beat Allah's handmaidens." But when Umar came to the messenger of Allah and said, "Women have become emboldened towards their husbands," he, the Prophet, gave permission to beat them.
Prophet Muhammad, he never beat one of his wife, 11 wives. He never beat them.